Okie dokie. Good morning, everybody. Happy spring equinox. I wanted to start, we are going to start laying down. So, and you're going to want your strap. So if you want to go ahead and get settled, I'm just going to sit up so I can read a little quote to you. And it's from a book called Sunrise Gratitude, 365 Morning Meditations for Joyful Days. And I thought this one was neat, was really nice for our spring equinox. I don't know why I say equinox. So settle yourself in and get comfortable. Your legs can be straight or they can be bent, whatever feels good for you. And then I'm just going to read this short little meditation. It says, when the sun comes up over the ocean, it looks as if half the sun is lingering below the hemisphere, sharing its last rays before illuminating the entire sky. Sometimes our radiance lingers below the surface. At times we feel afraid to shine too brightly and keep our full glow hidden from view. This doesn't help anyone. The world needs your full shine, just as each day needs the entire brightness of the sun. Rise up and shine your astonishing light. Doesn't that make you happy? Just that quote makes me happy. All right, so start here, finding your center, knees bent or legs straight, whatever feels good to you, and feel your back body against your yoga mat. If your knees are bent, you can take the feet wide and drop the knees in if that feels good to you, or they can be straight and shoulder width apart. And then as you start to tap into your breath, maybe think of ways that you could let that light of yours shine a little bit brighter. Are there things in your life that you are keeping kind of half below the horizon so that you don't stand out too much, shine too bright? What are your gifts? What is your contribution to the world? And it doesn't have to be big, right? It is just who you are, who the truth of you is in the world. And feel that truth move all the way through you, all the way down to your toes, without judgment, without the need to change anything, just tapping into who you are. And today on this spring equinox, we welcome the sun. We welcome the light. We welcome growth. And feel that. And then if your knees are bent and it's okay, go ahead and straighten your legs all the way down to the edge of your mat. Take the arms overhead and stretch all four limbs away from each other and just get a really good stretch, maybe stretching one side and then the other, waking up the body. And then turn the arms so that the thumbs are touching the floor, the palms are face in. Draw the shoulders down just a little bit so you're not overreaching. And then fire up everything in the back body. So a gentle press of the thumbs, a big engagement of the hips and the glutes, pressing the backs of the shoulders into the floor, pressing the heels into the floor. Maybe the knees come off the floor, maybe not. And just activate the whole entire back body. Keep going, keep going. And then just release it, palms turn face up. Soft elbows, soft legs. Good, let's do that again. Fire up the legs, toes point towards ceiling. Thumbs are touching the floor. Don't overreach the shoulders, keep them down. And then press thumbs, heels, glutes. Maybe the chest lifts away from the floor just a little bit, right? Not a big back bend. Imagine if you were standing in mountain pose. Keep squeezing, everybody, as if you could lift yourself right off the floor, and exhale, let go, shake it out. It's like levitation 101. See if you can get to a point where barely things are touching the floor other than heels and thumbs, right? That's kind of an exaggeration because there'll be a lot touching the floor, but just see if you can lift off. All right, thumbs, heels, glutes, lift from the chest, press into the shoulders. You should not be lifting chin. Your head, neck is neutral. Press into your heels, press into the legs, really squeeze. Your glute muscles get lighter, right? A little further away from the floor, the shoulders, and exhale, let go. Woo, good job, everybody. And then just little snow angel-ish arms, or let's do butterfly arms since it's the spring equinox. So you're just bending your elbows, bringing the elbows toward your side body, and then reaching them back overhead, making little wings here. That's it. One more, just one more. Whew, yeah, that feels good. And release those arms back down to your sides, bend your knees, and take the strap around your left foot. You're going to take the left foot up to the ceiling, straighten the right leg as an option. If your hamstrings are super tight, then just keep the right leg bent. And then try to level out your foot, which is a weird thing. If you're looking at your foot, oftentimes we'll tend to curl in a little bit or curl out a little bit. See if you can level your foot so that as if you were stepping on the floor, right? And then feel that nice extension with the left leg. Try to keep the leg as straight as you can without hyperextending. Fire up the right leg, press into the heel and the glute, just like we did earlier when both legs were on the floor. So you should feel the back of the knee maybe lift away from the floor a little bit. I'm pressing into the heel. I'm pressing into the glute. Take the right arm up and overhead and let your thumb touch the back wall or the back floor. Soften the left shoulder. So don't let it round forward. You've got the strap. So just feel that. Breathe. Maybe you lift the right heel just an inch or so off the floor. So lots and lots of activation. Imagine you have a block between your thighs, so the legs aren't going to splay out to the side. They're really active. And then lower the heel, lower the arm, and lower the leg. Whew. And pause. Release the strap from that side. Bend both knees. Take the strap around your right leg. Take that leg up to the ceiling. Check it out, right? Check out this side. This is always my tight side. So as I straighten the left leg, I check out the hamstring on the right and go, okay, are you open this morning? Are you awake? So you're holding onto the strap with your right hand, you're leveling out the foot, you're trying to ground through the left leg, your right knee relatively straight. Doesn't have to be like stick straight, but it should be relatively straight without overpressuring the back of the knee. Draw the right shoulder down to the floor. Just check it out. How's the hamstring on this side? Take your left arm up overhead. Your thumb touches the floor so that you've got good stability and alignment there. If it doesn't reach, I should have said this a long time ago, you can bend the elbow and take it more to a cactus pose. But hopefully with that thumb touching, your shoulder can handle that extension. Good. And then start to fire up the left side. Press into the left heel. Engage, not press, but engage the left glute muscles. And then press gently into your thumb, press gently into your heel. Feel this big old stretch. Maybe the left heel lifts off the floor just a little bit. Breathe, lots of activation. And then lower the heel, lower the arm, and lower the leg all the way down. Whew, good job. Bend both knees. Take the strap along your left foot again, but listen up. So instead of that left leg going up to the sky, you're going to take that leg all the way down to the floor. The strap is on the left foot, maybe closer to the heel, and you've got a pretty tight, I'm just going to straighten my other leg so you can see if you're looking. You're just holding onto that strap pretty tight. And then press your left leg into the strap. What I want you to get a sense of is if that foot were on the floor, okay? And that leg is getting grounded to the floor, to that imaginary floor. So you're creating tension, you're creating pressure. From here, bend your right leg into 90 degrees. And try to keep the knee above the crease of the hip, not near your chest. Try to keep it so it's in a 90-degree L or shape from hip to knee and then knee to foot. Hold that pose. Take your right arm overhead. Thumb presses down. Left leg gets very active. So feel the glute. Again, pretend you're standing on the floor. If you were standing on the floor, that left leg would be very active to hold this balance pose. And that's what we're looking at. So 1, you're here. 2, you're going to straighten the right leg up toward the ceiling. It doesn't have to be straight up. Press into your left leg, left glute, right thumb. Keep it going. Whoo, breathe. Keep lots of tension on your strap. And release it and let go. Good. Bend both knees or switch the strap to your other foot closer to the heel than the toes. That right leg is down on the floor and active. Your left leg comes up to 90 degrees. Try to keep it away from your chest, right? Because when you bring it to chest, the pelvis rounds, our back flattens. We would not be doing that if we were standing. So tons and tons of pressure on that strap. Try to push your foot out away from it, and then feel that. Take the left arm overhead, thumb to the back of overhead, back on the floor, and breathe. Just feel that. Now fire up the right leg. There is a difference, right, between this kind of chilled out right leg where the glute is soft to active. Press into the heel, activate the hips, press to the back shoulder, maybe even tone the belly here a little bit, and optionally take the left leg straight. Keep pressing into that right foot, that right hand strap. Breathe, get really active, close your eyes. Imagine that you are standing up in this pose. Good, release and let go. Whew. We got one more. Switch your feet. Your left foot takes the strap again. The left leg is on the floor. Open up your shoulders. Bend your right leg. Bring it to 90 degrees. Take your right hand underneath your thigh. So I'm just holding the underneath side of my thigh. I'm going to push my right thigh into my hand and resist. And at the same time, I'm pushing my left foot into the strap and resisting. So you have a whole lot going on here. Shoulders are level, the head is level. I'm squeezing my left glute. Yeah, so picture this again, standing. 1, you're here. 2, bring the right knee closer to your chest. Grab either your shin, your ankle, or your big toe, and take that leg up to the ceiling. So once again, I want you to imagine you're standing, you're squeezing into the left foot, keeping the left glute grounded, your right leg straight up, hand to big toe. Breathe, soft face, soft neck. Engage the back body, maybe lift the left leg just an inch or two off the floor. And bend the knee. Release. Switch sides. Last one here. Last one. Strap is around the right foot, closer to the heel. That right leg active. It's straight down from the hip. Your left leg goes to 90 degrees. You're keeping it away from your chest. The belly tones in a little bit. Left hand goes underneath your left thigh or around and then underneath your left thigh. And you just resist, like really resist. I mean, best you can for the length of your arms and the right and all of that. Press into your right leg, engage your right side glutes, press into your heels, draw the shoulders to the floor. And one, you're here, or two, you're going to reach a little bit further up the leg, possibly to the big toe. Take that up to the ceiling. As you fire up the right leg, flex that foot, find your breath. So when we play with hand to big toe pose, this is a pose. This is the supine version of it. When you're doing it standing, what you wouldn't want to do is curl forward, right, to try to grab that foot. So if you feel like you're overreaching, let go of the toe and grab the ankle. It's kind of a nice version. Or reach behind the thigh and press into that, right? So that you can feel how the body would be upright. Good, bend the knee. Release your pose, bend both knees, set your strap aside. Good job, everybody. And then both knees come to chest, roll over to one side and come on up to a seat. Legs are either crisscross applesauce or they're straight, whatever it is that you need for your body. Inhale, take the arms up. Exhale, left hand down, right arm over. Just big stretch, everybody. Whoo, yeah, take them both up. Exhale, right side, stretch it out. Inhale, both up. Exhale, left side. Good, one more. Inhale, both up. Exhale, right side, stretch it out. Inhale, both up. Cactus arms, twist to your left. Twist center, or well, that wouldn't be a twist. Twist right. And come center, one more. Twist and center and twist and center. Bring both elbows together. Interlace those hands. Press the fingers out. Take the arms up. Exhale, curl it in. And inhale, reach up. Exhale, curl it in. Good. One more right here. Exhale, curl. And then inhale, reach it up. Release those hands. Take the arms down. Interlace those hands and do wrist circles. Oh, yeah. Just circle them out and breathe. Go slow. And then take the backs of both hands together and press them as you drop the elbows. So this is a weird, interesting stretch for the backs of those arms. Go gentle, be gentle. And then lift them up, lift them up, lift them up, stretch up, exhale, let it go, shake it out. All right, we are ready. Come on to table pose. They're like, speak for yourself. It's still weird for me with the lights, the change in the time, the light outside first thing in the morning. I'm still getting used to all that. Spread the fingers out nice and wide and press your right leg back. Tone the belly in and lift the leg. And I want you to find for yourself, at what point do you lift the leg and dip the low back? That's what I don't want you to do. So I want you to find that spot and then point your toes. Tap the toe down, lift up using your glutes, right? Don't think about lifting the leg. Think about engaging the glute on that side. but don't lift so high that your pelvis tilts and you dip into your low back. There you go. So lift, tap, lift. That's it. A few more. Find your breath. Last two. And lift and hold. Flex your foot. Toes point down, belly tones in. Tap for 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Don't lift too high. 6, 7, 8. Squeeze. 9, 10. Hold. You should be feeling that glute muscle right about now. Take the left arm out optionally. And breathe, everybody. Woo, fire it up. Feel your breath. Lower it down. Oh, good. And maybe just some hip circles here, right? Just shake it out. Find your breath. And come on back to center. Wrists bothering you, you know you can go to soft fists here. You can do elbows for the leg lift part. It's harder to stay out of the lower back when you're on elbows, but if you want a little break there, I get it. All right, tone in through the belly, spread the fingers, open up the shoulders. Press the left leg back and lift. Find that happy place, point your toes. Remember, don't overlift. Here we go, tapping, take it down and lift. And otherwise, you're just gazing at your mat. You're finding your breath, right? It's really important to process, kind of breathe through all of this stuff. You let go of the stale air, you bring in fresh air. Yep, keep going. 4, 3, 2, 1. Flex your foot, level out your hips, tone that belly. Here we go, 10 and 9, 8, 7, yep, 6. Anybody feeling this yet? 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold. Take the right arm out. Breathe. Buns of steel. Remember those? Remember those videos? Oh my God. Good. Release. Release. Walk those hands forward. Set back into puppy stretch. Circle around those hips a couple times. And breathe. And come back to center. Half plank. I'm getting your floor work out of the way. So half plank, I like to bend my knees, cross my ankles, and then level out the hips, right? And then open up the shoulders. Inner elbows press toward each other, but the shoulder blades stay super wide. And all I want you to do is bend the elbows a couple inches and press out. So tricep work, right? We're not going all the way down. Press little bit and up. Keep the elbows in. Try not to splay them out. Breathe. You can go slow or you can go faster. It's up to you. But if your form is getting yucky, slow it down. Don't drop the head. Come on. We got a few more. 4, 3, yep. 2, and 1. Press it up. Press back. Stretch out your wrists. And breathe. And then come on to your bellies. This is Judy's fault. She mentioned triceps. I used to be like, I would play Frisbee on the beach and I could throw a really straight shot unless somebody was walking by, and then I would throw it at them. I get laser focused if something's in my view. So we're not going to stay on triceps, but you know, a little bit of tricep work is not going to hurt. So you're in Sphinx. She said, yes, it is. So your hands are down, you're in a Sphinx pose, but for tricep work, your elbows have to be just a little bit forward, which is easier on the lower back, right? So still tone in through the belly, engage the glutes, Press into your hands and lift the elbows off the floor. So that's your move. Here's the thing, don't go out here, right? I'm exaggerating, but don't let them go out. Press them in. It's like somebody's wrapping your arms around a beach ball. Here we go. Tap and lift. Once again, you can go slow or you can go fast. If you feel those elbows starting to splay, then you're losing the work. Yep, breathe. Anybody feeling them yet? It's amazing how this little teeny exercise can get you. All right, you're doing half down, half. 1, 2, like little pulses. 3, 4, don't let them splay. 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Drop them down. See, that was easy, no problem. All right, so from here, I know, just come on down, bend the elbow or bend the knees, windshield wiper. We'll give the low back a little rest. And then release, let's come to table pose. From table pose to downward facing dog. Shake it out, spread or press through the heels, bend the knees. Find your poses. And then find a really sweet down dog. So maybe the legs go a little wider than normal until we get the backs of the legs nice and stretched out. Feel what's going on in the shoulders. Good integrity, everybody. Take both feet to the edges of your yoga mat. Bend the knees as you walk the hands forward. Bend them if you need to. And then take the hands to knees and come on up to standing. Good. Shake it out, shake it out, shake it out. And then grab a block and just take the block between your thighs and come to mountain pose for a moment. So when we were on the floor and I was trying to get you that sense of being grounded through the feet, here's what we're talking about, right? We're not forward, we're not back, we're centered on the feet and all 4 corners feel engaged. So you feel weight at the pinkies, the big toes, and both corners of your heels. So lift your toes up off the floor. If this throws your balance a lot, then keep them down, but lift and then draw the inner ankles toward each other a little bit. Don't drop the arches, just level it out. And then squeeze the block. Feel your torso get nice and tall. Engage the back glutes a little bit, right? Outer hips, back glutes. We're starting to feel all of this engagement. Put your big toes down, keep the rest of the toes up if you can, and then place the rest of the toes on the floor and notice that you're still really grounded. You still feel the 4 corners of your feet. Then take the arms up. Thumbs point back, shoulders are soft, belly is toned, block is being squeezed, not overly. We're not popping our knees back. There's a softness there. And just notice, right? This is what we were doing on the floor. See? Breathe, exhale, all the way down. Roll the shoulders back and set your block in front of your mat. We're gonna do a little bit of flow here. Again, it is springtime, so we're gonna get some energy moving. You do what you need to do. Don't feel like you need to keep up, even though we're not gonna go super fast. You take care of good form. So you're at the front of your mat. You're in mountain pose. Think about what we just did. Imagine the block there. Imagine the backs of the knees soft but straight. Hips and glutes active. Shoulders to the side body. Mountain pose, so easy. Move from your shoulder joints. Don't move the arms, move from your shoulders, lift your arms. And feel that. As the hands come up, thumbs are pointing back. Imagine that you're squeezing a block just a little bit. right? So that engages the back body. Just notice that difference. And then bend your knees as if you're going to sit, but take your hands to the floor. Soften the knee, step back, right leg. Lower your right knee to the floor, release your toes, squeeze your belly. Keep your hands close to your body as you lift all the way up. Again, thumbs point back. Find your breath here. Nice, easy lunge, slow start. Exhale, hands close to your body and let your hands come to the floor. Lift your knee. Step back, plank pose. Plank. Squeeze the elbows. Open up your chest. Hold your pose. Optional, knees down. Chaturanga. Super low cobra. Breathe. Press into your knees, half plank. Full plank. Downward facing dog. Find your breath. Either drop your knees and then step forward right leg, or look through your hands and bring that right foot forward. Either way, lower your left knee to the floor. Inhale, reach up and breathe. Stretching out the legs, find the grounding in that front foot, but also find the grounding in the back foot, okay? Exhale, slow, slow, hands to the floor, lift your knee, push forward, soft bent knees, hands stay close to your body, lift all the way up. Exhale your hands to your heart and let go. Round two, just a little faster, just a little bit. Inhale, reach up. Feel that, engage, engage. Exhale, bend knees as those hands come to the floor. Step back, left leg. Knee up or knee down this time. Squeeze the inner thighs. Bring your hands close to your body and take them up. Find your breath. Squeeze your fists and let them go. Squeeze, let go. One more, squeeze, let go. Breathe. Exhale, slow, 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 all the way to the floor. Step back, plank, pose. Wrap those shoulders down and around a beach ball. Squeeze the elbows toward each other gently. Lower the knees, optional. Chaturanga, low cobra. Breathe. Press into your knees, come to plank, to downward facing dog. Find your breath. Either lower the knees and then step forward left leg, or look through, step through. Knee up or knee down, you know. Squeeze your belly, hands close to body. Take the arms up. Find your breath. Soften the shoulders, level out the hips. Tone the low belly just a little bit. Breathe. Nice job, everybody. Hands slowly come down. Push off your back leg. Step forward. Bend both knees. Hands close to body. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, hands to your heart. Whew, roll the shoulders back and shake it out. Good job. All right, so hopefully we're a little more warmed up. You're going to take both of your blocks to the front of your mat. And then step your left foot forward and your right foot back. I always say about 2/3 of the way. It's not a full step back, it's pyramid pose. This left hip, gotta roll back, right? It's this kind of motion so that both hips come toward the front edge of your mat. And then what do we do with the back leg? Grounded, engaged, right? Nice engaged glutes, grounded back heel. You're looking forward, shoulders are forward. Inhale, press the arms up, just hold. Lift all your toes off from off the floor in the front foot. Squeeze the glutes toward each other a little bit. Open up your chest. Lower the toes on purpose. Take the hands close to your body, right to your hips, and lean forward. And then just pause. So inner thighs move toward each other. Your front foot is not rolling out to the pinky side. Imagine a little magnet on that inner ankle, drawing it into a straight line. From here, reach down, hands to blocks. And feel what's happening to your hamstrings. And I want you to take that left hip and just kind of roll it a little bit, rock it side to side so that you go inner thigh or inner hamstring, outer hamstring. You're just kind of rolling it, exploring. And you can see what happens to your leg, to your ankle, all these things, right? It's all connected. We know that. And then come to the neutral space where that front leg is nice and straight off the hip. The foot is nice and straight off the hip, right? So you can see this line going all the way to the center of your foot. Draw the shoulders back and then isometrically pull back on those blocks. So the torso just got super long. 1, you're here. 2, drop the blocks to the second level and slightly forward. Press the hands softly into your blocks. Open up your shoulders. Soften the elbows down, not out to the sides, but down. Isometrically press those hands back to lengthen your torso. Level out head, neck. Say good morning to that hamstring, right? No kidding. As we go a little bit deeper, as we find that tilt of the pelvis, as we find the length in the torso, we tap into the hamstrings from the knee up to the sit bone. Good. From here, bend your front knee. Stand strong in that front leg. All you're going to do is step forward, but I want you grounded to do that. So step forward with your right leg. Now you're in a forward fold. Bend your knees, hands close to your body. Stand up, arms up, thumbs point back. Exhale, hands to heart. And shake it out, let go. Other side, bring the blocks up high again. Your right leg is going to come forward. Again, most people I know, most students I know, including myself, one leg's tighter than the other. For me, right side hamstrings, definitely tighter than the left side. So here again, we've got that front hip, right? That can roll in, but we don't want it to. We want it, it's almost like you're going through a tight corridor and it draws the right hip back as the left hip comes forward. Ground your back leg, lift your front toes. And just feel that. Try to find all 4 corners. Look down at your ankle. Is it rolling out? Is it rolling in? Try to really lengthen the foot and then press those toes back down. Inhale, reach up. Just feel that. Squeeze into your back leg, back glutes, everybody. Take your hands to your hips. Keep the shoulders open and tilt halfway down. Here's where you get to play with those hips again, right? Because when we come forward, that right hip, that forward leg hip wants to roll forward. I don't know why, but it does. Take your hands to your blocks. Check your pose and then just swing the front hip a little bit side to side. It's like you're just rolling it to the outside, rolling it to the inside. It's kind of weird. But if you're tight, if your hamstrings are tight in particular, you're going to feel, oh, there's the inner attachment. Oh, there's the outer attachment a little bit, right? And then take the hips to center, draw the shoulders back, press strongly into both feet. Start to lengthen your torso. Either you're here or you drop the blocks 1 and let them come forward of your foot a little bit. Elbows stay in, the head, elbows bend toward the body, not toward the sides. The torso gets longer. You're isometrically pulling back on those blocks a little bit. Back of the neck is long, hamstring getting longer. You can just feel that sit bone lifting up, right? A little bit, giving that hamstring a nice little stretch, but not too much. Don't overdo. And breathe. Elbows get soft, torso gets long. Bend your front knee. Put the weight in the front knee, step forward, or front foot, step forward, bend both knees. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, hands to your heart. Roll your shoulders back and shake it out. And then bring the feet together. So chair pose with feet together works with your balance a little bit differently. It's just a different way to do it. It's how they, I think, how Iyengar used to teach it with the legs together, but they say that was to keep the boys from fidgeting. Right? So legs together. If that does not feel good to you, go hips width apart. Totally okay. Inhale, reach the arms up, thumbs point back. Soften the shoulders, squeeze the hips. Feel that, right? So more balance challenge just here. Take your hands to your heart. Hinge at your hips, bend your hips, bend your knees, sit back into a chair pose. Lift your chest, tone in through the belly, arms out, optional. I'm going to turn sideways so you can see, right? So everything is long here. I'm not sitting in my lower back. I'm opening up. If you feel like you're leaning too far forward, I would take your hands to your heart so you stay lifted here instead of overreaching and feeling like torso's too heavy. From here, push into both feet, stand up. Release the arms. Inhale, reach up. Exhale to your heart, big squat. Find your chair pose, reach out. Be mindful of your knees. Press into both feet. Find your breath, stand all the way up. Exhale to your heart. One more, here we go. Take it up. Exhale to your heart. Squat down to your level. Does not have to be big. Belly tones in, tailbone gets heavy. Arms reach out. Breathe. You got this. Take both hands to your sides and press them back and lean forward. And breathe. Now, optional, lift the heels. A lot of balance work here. Play. Find your breath. Squeeze your legs together. Lower the heels. Brush those hands back to your sides and lift and stand up. Shake it out. Good job, everybody. Right? That's a lot of work for the legs. Come back to the front of your mat. Inhale, reach up. Exhale all the way down. No hands to blocks just yet. Step back, downward facing dog. All the way back. Pedal out your feet. Find plank. Find your breath. Squeeze your elbows. Lower the knees. Hold your pose. Bend the elbows part way. And breathe. Don't drop the head. Try to flatten your butt so that you're not at a 90 degree. Bend the elbows. Push those hands back isometrically. Lower the rest of the way down. Whew. Low cobra. Breathe. Press into your hands. Squeeze the elbows to your side body. Press up to half plank. That's basically a push-up, right? Full plank. Down dog. It is springtime. Find your breath. Press into your hands. Walk your hands back like an elephant. Back, 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 back. Bend your knees. Come up through chair pose to standing. And exhale and shake it out. All right, we got one more here for the legs. Go wide. My knee folks, you know, I love you to death. Be mindful of your knees. Bend the knees to your level, kind of like a goddess pose, but you don't have to go super deep. Here's the thing always, it's this, right? And if you put your hands on your knees and roll in, roll out, you kind of get this sense, right? And if you're always rolling in, you can put a lot of pressure on those inner knees. Part of it is how you're built, but the rest of it is training those muscles, especially the outer hips. All right, so knees in line with feet, torso up, tailbone down, nice little baby squat, right? You're gonna stay here best you can. You get tired, you straighten the legs. Otherwise, take the arms out, wrap your arms around like a tree, press down. Inhale, wrap, press. There we go, reach and press. Good. And press. Good, 2 more. Slow, wrap them around a tree, press it down to the floor. Breathe. This time I want you to hug a tree, elbows out, hands soft, finding that squat. If you're comfortable balance-wise, close your eyes. Let's send a little tree love out there. Breathe. You got this. Keep the knees pressing out. Keep the eyes closed. If you are okay balance-wise, feel the 4 corners of your feet. Hug onto your favorite tree. Good. Listen up. Those hands, open them wide. Squeeze them around. Open wide. I know, I feel my legs too. You're not alone. Breathe. This is one way to get community, right? I feel you. And there, one more. Squeeze out, squeeze in, press down, stand up. Woo! Heel toe in. Shake it out. All right, grab your strap, everybody. I know, I'm so hard on you girls and guys. Oh, you're gonna take the strap around. I'm gonna mirror here, so you do what makes sense in your brain. My strap, if I'm mirroring, it's around my right foot, okay? Now, balance work, you might wanna be near a wall or a piece of furniture, something you can rest a hand on. It makes perfect sense. You're gonna bend down and grab the strap kind of low. Your feet are parallel to each other, and you're gonna bend the knees a little bit. And then I want you to think about this for you, right foot, my left foot, as a heavy foot that's gonna resist the strap. As you squeeze your belly, stand up and lift the knee so it's halfway up. Stand on your standing leg. I want you to think about what we've been doing, right? If we were on the floor, that leg is active, the glute is active, the shoulders are level, you're holding onto the strap, you're taking your other arm up, thumb points back, and breathe. Keep pressing, keep pressing. And now make that foot heavier. So the foot wants to go down to the floor, but you're holding the strap in place. Good, release, slide it down. Good, switch sides. Good job. Maybe I didn't get enough praise as a child, like such a good job, everybody. All right, so your feet are hips width apart, they're leveled out. It's weird, the lighting is getting dark in here. Yeah. You reach down. I want to think about this. I just want that foot to be connected to the strap, and then squeeze the belly to stand up and lift, lift the leg. If you go too fast, that's what happens. And then hold the strap. I kind of brace in that strap right against my leg, right? So that I can let the foot be heavy and still hold it in place. Take the standing leg, give it a good squeeze, everybody. Take the arm up. So if I'm mirroring, it's my right leg standing, left leg up, right arm up. No wonder I'm so confused. Breathe, big tone to the belly. Make the foot heavy in the strap. Make it heavy. and then slowly let it go and shake it out. Switch feet. Again, stay near a wall, stay at a wall, stay near anything you want. You're gonna do a similar thing, right? So hand to hip maybe, and lift up. And then find that tension again. Maybe I'll stand sideways if you're looking. So you stand side, or you stand, everybody stands sideways. That makes no sense, right? So as you stand up, the hip gets active, the leg gets active, the straps around your foot. Your other hand to your hip, look straight forward to find your still spot. And then see if you can extend the leg. If you're there and you want to take the arm up, take the arm up. Now, your leg does not have to be straight out from your hip. It can be down low. It can be bent. It can be anywhere you want it to be. Level out that foot. Stand strong on your standing foot. And then lower down. And shake it out. Right? We got this. This is no problem. Take that strap around your other foot. And hold it on tight. Big, strong standing leg. This is my tight side. The leg's probably not going to go nearly as high. When you're ready, bend the knee. I reach down further toward the foot because I get better purchase there. Tighten up the standing leg. You don't move anything else until you feel stable right there. Hand to hip. Decide you want to be here. You want to extend out. Here or arm comes up. All that work you're feeling on that ankle, right? All that work you're feeling on the foot, all good. All building muscle. All those small intrinsic muscles that we need to move forward. Breathe, everybody. Woo. Bend the knee, slide it down. Yeah, no kidding, right? Just circle it out a little bit. Good, final one. Strap, no strap. Hand, no hand, no. Woo. All right, here we go. So you're in this nice, strong, standing mountain pose on off your mat near a wall. You decide. Stand tall into one leg. Squeeze that hip in. Bend the other knee. Lots of options here. One, hand goes under thigh. We did this on the floor. Other arm goes up. Okay, the leg is heavy, but just to a point where you feel like you've got a little bit of tension to work with. Otherwise, you slide down your leg, you find your big toe, you extend out, woo-wee, and breathe. That's it. Smiling is the hardest part, right? I can like fire up everything and then I'm like, oh gosh, smile. Bend the knee. Release the leg, right? Because we're so focused. I'm so focused. And then I think, oh my God, I'm like, woo, shake it out. Love yourself in the process. Shine forward, right? All right, here we go. Other side. Find mountain pose. You decide what works for you. Bend into that leg. Maybe you hold underneath your thigh and find that is your pose. Check out what the standing leg's doing. Engage the leg in the glutes, tone the lower belly. One, you're here. Two, you're gonna reach down the leg, grab a shin, grab a big toe, whoop, and find the pose. Oh yeah, there we go. Right, breathe. Woo, bend the knee. Lower it down, shake it out. And then take your feet, step sideways, go wide. Toes point more forward here. Big hinge. Big, big, big hinge of those hips and hands to the floor. Let your head hang, stretching out through the back legs. Try to find the middle of your feet again. Breathe. Imagine that those elbows are pulling back toward the legs. They are staying inside the body, not splaying out to the sides. And breathe. Get heavy. That's it. Good. Just for play. I'm just throwing this in because it just came to me. So thinking about spring, right? Spring forward, all that stuff. If you want to play, you're going to turn your toes out. And you're going to jump lightly to the middle. So from here, you just spring, jump into the middle. And then walk your hands to your feet, hands to knees. And come on up. Good job. All right. Woo! Front of your mat. Inhale it up. Exhale it down. Downward facing dog, everybody. Just hold your pose. That's all you got to do. You can come down to knees if you've had enough. Try to find that balance between the front of the body and the back of the body, or from hips to head and then hips to heels. See if you can find that. Lots of integrity in the shoulders. I'm not collapsing down. I'm keeping the muscle engagement there, spreading through my fingers, feeling my thumbs and index fingers pressing down, looking maybe at my feet, seeing that they are parallel to each other. They're not collapsing in or out. Breathe. Tippy toes, knees down. Whew. Child's pose. If child's pose is not your pose, you know, right? You know, just take it out. Lay on your side or lay on your belly. Just breathe here. Good. Come on to your belly, all the way down. And relax your upper body. I'm keeping my head up for so I can talk without getting muffly, but you can drop your forehead down onto your hands. And then press into your pubic bone, everyone. Lift your left leg. Just hold. Right on the floor, legs, right leg as straight as you can make it. On the floor, you can't really dive into your lower back unless you lift the hip off the floor. So I like this as that opportunity to once again engage the back body, engage the back glutes as we extend the hip and then lower down. Other side, lift your right leg, make sure the hip bone stays on the floor. Feel that nice grounding as you tone in through the lower belly. And breathe. Keep squeezing, keep working. And lower down. Take both hands down to your sides. And turn the palms in so that your thumbs are touching the floor. Move the front shoulders away from your floor, level the head. So my head is lifted and it's leveled pretty much with the shoulders. So press your thumbs gently into the floor. Squeeze your back body. See if you can lift both legs. Still good, lift the arms. Still good, turn the palms up. And feel the chest lift a little bit more. Breathe, breathe, breathe. Right arm forward. Right arm back. Left arm forward, palm turns in. Left arm back. Both arms forward. Both arms back. Lower down. Shake it out. Bend your knees. Windshield wiper your legs. And very optionally, bend one knee. Reach back for your foot. Stretch out your quadricep muscle. If you're stretching hamstrings, you're working quads. You might feel those right now. And lower, switch sides. Bend the left knee. Maybe you reach back and grab the foot. Maybe not. Stretch it out. And release. And then make your way onto your back. Knees stay bent. Knees stay bent. Whew. Pause for a moment here, right? We just let that back settle. We let the back body muscles kind of realign. Take your left foot up to the ceiling. External rotation, heel or ankle to right knee, figure 4. And then draw the knees toward your chest. Keep a tiny little curve in the low back. So don't over lift in. And then rock a little side to side. The hands can be wherever you want them to be. Just rock. And breathe. Take the knees to center. Stop the rocking part. 1, you're here. You're just holding that stretching through that left side. 2, you're going to grab foot and knee and extend out through the right leg, letting it hover a few inches off the floor. Upper body is relaxed. My head is on the floor. My shoulders are on the floor. I'm not stressing there at all. I'm just stretching out this big old hip right here. Ooh, yeah. If you have captured that leg, bend your right knee, bring it back, listen up. You're gonna allow your left foot to go over to the right to come into a twist. So the foot goes to the floor, the left arm extends out, you gaze over to the left and breathe. Big deep breath, everyone. Allow yourself this time, right? As the body cools down from the work, as it finds that equilibrium again. Just breathe. Deep breath. And then press into both feet to come back to center. Your right foot goes to the floor, your left foot goes to the floor. Take the right leg up. Big external rotation, turn in those toes out, and then bringing your ankle to your knee. Nice and relaxed here. The knees head toward your chest, but not too much. Keep a little space behind the lower back if you can. And just rock a little side to side. It feels good. And take it to center. Either you're here or you're going to hold on to foot and knee. Extend through the left leg. Keep it hovering a few inches off the floor. Find your breath. That's it. Relax your face, your jaw, your heart. And then bend your left knee, bring it back to your ankle. You're going to roll those knees over to your left. Your foot comes to the floor. Your other leg relaxes. The shoulders go wide. And maybe you gaze over the right side. Deep breath. And then push into both feet to bring the knees back to center. Release your legs. Bring both knees to chest. Happy baby. So either you're going to take those elbows, wrap them around the outsides of your knees to the insides. You're just going to maybe hold fingers and then take the heels up. This is a really nice version that does not permit your shoulders to reach too far off the floor. Okay. So either you're here, or you know and love happy baby more traditionally, the arms go inside your legs, inside your knees, and then they either grab your big toes or they grab the outsides of your feet. The knees head towards side body, but I am pressing into my sacrum. Okay, so I'm not over rounding my back. I'm trying to keep that sacrum on the floor. Big stretch through those hips. You can also grab ankles here as another option. You just don't want the knees or the feet to turn in towards center. You want to try to keep them both on this little parallel track as if you were doing a squat, okay? Press down through the sacrum, relax your upper body, shoulders are heavy. Maybe you rock a little. And breathe. And then take the legs to center, grab your ankles or shins, straighten the legs up to the ceiling. You're still wide legs, circle those ankles, wide-ish, not your widest. Circle the other way. Flex your feet, squeeze the legs together. I'm still holding my ankles. Draw the shoulders down to the floor. Either stay here or grab both big toes and just hold as if you were doing a seated forward fold. But we're doing a supine one instead. Feel that nice stretch through the legs. Strap here could also be used. We're not going to be here much longer though. Release those hands from your feet or your legs. Bend the knees, feet to the floor. Ooh, yeah. And then straighten one leg and the other leg. Take them nice and wide on your mat, everybody. That's a really nice release for the low back as well. And then the shoulders go external and wide. The hands come down, palms face up. And we find our Shavasana. And just let go of the tension. So if your hands are tense, let that go. If the shoulders or chest feel tense, let that go. And imagine this light emanating from your heart and pulsing out through the chest, through the body. And then starting to shine outside on the skin. And from the skin rising up, so that your whole body is shining this amazing light. And then imagine that light extending out to your friends, your family, your community, your country, other countries, the world. Just let your light out. Let it float out there. Soften your body against the floor. Find your breath. And sink even deeper. Begin to bring your awareness back. And as you do, feel that light again, both within and out. Start to bend the knees, draw them into chest. Know that this love starts with you, for you. Self-love, self-appreciation, and then we move it out into the world. Roll the knees to one side or the other. And then curl all the way back up to your seated pose. Bring your hands to your heart, bow to your own inner light. And then picture that sun half down the horizon and know that you have more light, you have more. See that sun, see that light coming up. See yourself shining bright. Bring peace into the world. Namaste.
Namaste.
Thank you, everybody.
Thank you, Mary.